The semiconductor market is absolutely on fire, and the action is moving faster than ever before. We are tracking a massive surge in Qualcomm stock that has caught the attention of every major investor on Wall Street. With shares jumping nearly 10% ahead of their critical April 29 earnings report, the heat is officially on to see if this chipmaker can prove it is more than just a play on smartphone cycles.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Qualcomm is making a high-stakes pivot as it attempts to break into the trillion-dollar club by rebranding itself as a powerhouse of artificial intelligence. We are diving deep into how their new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip is stacking up against Apple technology, and why the upcoming handset refresh cycle is a total game changer. Investors are watching closely to see if their heavy bets on automotive design wins and enterprise PC models can finally deliver the stability the company needs. It is not just about the hype, because Qualcomm faces a massive test regarding their reliance on memory supply chains. We are breaking down why CEO Cristiano Amon is sounding the alarm on supply constraints, and why major analysts are growing skeptical about the company's ability to compete in the data center space against giants like NVIDIA. The pressure is mounting as they prepare to defend their guidance in a market that has little patience for anything less than perfection. Even software giants like Adobe are caught in this high-intensity cycle as they deploy massive buybacks and launch new agentic AI platforms while navigating a major leadership transition. From the record-breaking rally in the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index to the looming earnings reports from the Magnificent Seven, the stakes have never been higher for your portfolio. Make sure you stay ahead of the curve by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss an update. Ever wondered if a single stock could rewrite the rules of the tech sector overnight? Qualcomm is currently stealing the spotlight, surging over 8% as investors scramble to position themselves ahead of the massive April 29th earnings report. This isn't just a standard bump. It is a clear signal that the market is banking on Qualcomm to lead the charge in the semiconductor comeback. But here is the million-dollar question. Is this just a pre-earnings hype train, or is Qualcomm truly primed to sustain this momentum in a volatile market? It is a fascinating gamble on the future of connectivity and AI, reminding us that in the world of semiconductors, timing is everything. We are tracking this closely as the countdown to Tuesday begins. So, do you think Qualcomm can defy the skeptics and hold these gains long-term? Drop a comment below with your take, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for your daily deep dive into the markets. After all, the best investors are the ones who stay curious. Could Qualcomm be the next titan to join the elite trillion-dollar club? It's a bold question, but when you look at how this company is rapidly evolving, the answer becomes incredibly compelling. Qualcomm is no longer just the smartphone chip guy. It is transforming into a diversified AI powerhouse, specifically carving out a lead in what experts call AI at the edge. Let's talk catalysts. The real game changer is the massive handset refresh cycle anticipated for 2026, fueled by on-device AI. We are talking about the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip here, which is built on TSMC's cutting-edge 3nm process. It's actually outperforming Apple's A19 Pro by a staggering 21% in multi-core tests. That is a serious flex. Plus, with the upcoming launch of ByteDance's agentic AI smartphone, we are seeing a shift where AI isn't just an app, it is the user interface itself. That is driving real growth in the premium handset market. But here is where the smart money is really looking: the automotive sector. Qualcomm saw a 15% revenue jump in Q1 2026, hitting $1.1 billion, and they are projecting 35% growth for the next quarter. With a $45 billion design win pipeline, this isn't just a flash in the pan. It is predictable, long-term revenue that moves away from the roller coaster of the consumer phone market. And let's not forget their aggressive push into PCs. With 150 different models hitting the market this year, they are putting Intel and AMD on notice, betting that their superior battery life and on-device AI will dominate the enterprise space. While Qualcomm looks like a juggernaut, remember that the market is always shifting. If you are hunting for even higher upside with potentially less risk, check out our free report on the top short-term AI stock that is perfectly positioned for the current political and economic climate. If you found this breakdown useful, hit that subscribe button to stay ahead of the curve. With AI evolving this fast, which chip maker do you think will come out on top by the end of the year? Let me know in the comments. Is the massive tech rally we are seeing right now built on solid ground, or is it just a house of cards waiting for the next earnings report to tip it over? Qualcomm just surged nearly 10%, breaking a losing streak we haven't seen since 2018. It feels like a massive win, but don't get too comfortable just yet. This jump is hitting a wall of skepticism, and next Tuesday's earnings call is going to be the ultimate stress test. Qualcomm is desperately trying to prove it is more than just a smartphone chip company, but for now, they are still heavily shackled to the handset market, which accounted for a staggering 73% of their chip revenue last quarter. And here's the kicker. They can't even get enough memory chips to meet current demand. CEO Cristiano Amon isn't sugarcoating it. The supply constraints are biting hard, and analysts like JP Morgan's Samik Chatterjee have already downgraded the stock, citing a lack of confidence in Qualcomm's ability to break into the data center space where giants like Nvidia and ARM are already eating their lunch. Meanwhile, over at Adobe, the situation feels equally tense. Despite a massive $25 billion buyback plan, the stock is barely moving. Wall Street is looking right past the financial engineering and asking the tough questions. Can their new AI tools actually defend their market share, or will competition from upstarts like Figma and Anthropic slowly erode their dominance? With Adobe also searching for a new CEO after Shantanu Narayan's long tenure, the company is in a delicate transition phase. Whether it is Qualcomm's supply chain woes or Adobe's AI identity crisis, the market is no longer satisfied with promises. It wants cold, hard results. We are entering a week where the entire tech sector could shift based on how these companies navigate the gap between hype and reality. Are you betting on a soft landing for these tech giants, or are we headed for a correction? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe as we keep tracking the volatile road ahead for your portfolio. After all, in this market, the only thing more dangerous than a bad report is a good story that doesn't have the numbers to back it up. Ever feel like the last guest to arrive at a party still manages to have the best time? Well, that is exactly what is happening on Wall Street right now with Qualcomm. As the chip sector enjoys an incredible 18-day winning streak, even the laggards are getting invited to the rally. After a brutal start to the year, Qualcomm is finally catching a massive tailwind. We are seeing some serious action in the options market today. Call volume has already doubled the typical daily average, and investors are overwhelmingly betting on the upside. It is a striking shift for a stock that has been the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index's worst performer all year long. The boost is largely thanks to Intel's latest earnings providing a lift to the entire sector, pulling the rest of the pack up with it. But let's be real. Qualcomm has been in a hole for months, ever since their February earnings call where weak guidance sparked fears that a slumping smartphone market and a shortage of memory chips would choke off growth. When 2/3 of your revenue relies on mobile chips, and the big players are prioritizing AI demand over everything else, you are bound to feel the heat. So, what's next? Qualcomm drops their own Q2 numbers this coming Wednesday. However, don't expect them to hog the spotlight. The Magnificent Seven are reporting right alongside them, which will likely drown out almost everything else. As the chip wars continue to dominate the headlines, keep a close watch on these moves. Are you betting on a Qualcomm comeback, or is this rally just a temporary high in a volatile market? Drop a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and remember, in the world of semiconductors, the tide turns faster than you think.